ways we can look at the recent High Court ruling on the issue of JLCs and EROs. I suppose we can look at the situation as it currently pertains as a complete disaster, or we can look at this as an opportunity. In my view, we really don't have the time to waste talking time on it being a disaster. It has to be seen as an opportunity. I appreciate Deputy Barrett, is very concerned about the situation. We all are very concerned about the situation. I'd like to correct him in saying that it wasn't the Dáil that dismantled the situation. It was the High Court that dismantled us in this regard. And I would hope that there's broad agreement here in the Chamber that this matter has to be addressed as comprehensively as possible and as speedily as possible once that we return here in September. Admittedly, however, there is no straightforward quick-fix solution, as Fine McGrath would like to believe. And the complexity of the issue surrounding the High Court ruling on the Joint Labour Committee agreement cannot be understated. There is no exaggeration, Minister. There is a major mountain to climb in this regard over the course of the summer to put the correct legislation in front of the House at the earliest opportunity. However, we should not use any excuse in relation to any delay of an action here, because it will be on the shoulders of this Chamber if there is an attack on the working poor over the course of tonight and to the September for the publication of the legislation. Personally, I'm surprised with the legal wisdom of Deputy Willie O'Dea, whom I've always considered to be a person of great legal mind and indeed a good political operator, failing to foresee that the sequence of events which led to this situation here tonight. Fianna Fáil had the time and opportunity to enact the change that was required, but they passed up the opportunity. You cannibalised your own bill in the process, and in effect you've come here tonight and you've cut and pasted what you thought was a political opportunity to take advantage of vulnerable working people in society. And I'm not going to get stuck into you on that one, Willie, because I think we need to focus on how we can help the situation. The people of this House weren't elected to talk about Fianna Fáil, and we were elected to try and protect those people in society who can't protect themselves. The High Court ruling does not provide much. It does not provide us an opportunity to reform. We have to set out a goal here to limit any unfair treatment by opportunistic employers. And the issue that we need to debate here is how quickly we can get real action and real legislation in place. We are faced with an opportunity to comprehensively overhaul an archaic system that's broken. It's broken because the High Court, the law of the land, has said it's broken. With the correct approach, we can set down a new modernised wage setting mechanism in a constitutional manner. And this is an opportunity to restore full decency and fairness to a system for workers and employers alike, and to introduce a mechanism which will realistically reflect the challenges of a modern economy and society. But we've had the dialogue, Minister, and we've had the debate. We're all in broad agreement of the necessity of reform. And despite the difficulties we face and the legal complexities surrounding those issues, this is not an insurmountable challenge. It cannot be,
just 1.5 minutes.
Cannot be an insurmountable challenge. Minister, what I say to you is that any new system that is developed over the course of the summer in the process of developing legislation must unreservedly ensure that workers in the JLC sector end up earning no less than their current wages. And a new system should allow for equal, if not greater, levels of pay for workers who are the real backbone of the economy. When this issue is discussed in September, I don't want to hear the term pay flexibility thrown around the House as a corporate political language in an attempt to attack the working poor. See, these are a group of people who have been hit the hardest as a consequence of the downturn of the economy. And we're talking about the lowest paid workers in society who are least deserving to have their pay cut as a consequence of the failure of the previous administration. So I hate being negative, Corley, but I want to highlight a recent Legal Credit Union survey that found that over 580,000 people surveyed in the Legal Credit Union survey found that they have no future for themselves or their families in this country. And this is a shameful number that this government have to put a halt to that sort of thinking. And we're certainly not going to do it by undermining the ability of ordinary workers to live a stable and financially solid domestic circumstance with their family and their lives, without the worry for their jobs and without subject to being cuts to further cuts. So, as I said, Minister, your department no doubt have a mountain to climb, but there is nothing that can't be achieved. And I'm confident that a political solution will be found. It will be workable, it will be robust, it will be constitutionally viable, and the reforms are put into place when the next government returns to its business in September.